Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. As you may or may not know, later on last week, I was actually able to sit down on a call with Raven, Treyarch, and Infinity Ward in regards to Season 3 Reloaded. And basically, this call was just a general informational little thing for ranked play, primarily in Warzone 2, but we also got a bit of a sneak peek into the Season 3 Reloaded patch notes as well, mostly focused around Warzone 2 gameplay. We have a bunch of different quality of life updates and gameplay changes that aren't out there yet. These are basically early patch notes. They haven't talked about any of these things on any of the blogs that they've released so far or anything like that. This is straight up going to be in the patch notes in just a couple of days time. So today we're actually able to take an early sneak peek at some of the incoming changes. Honestly, kind of all sizes. We've got some larger changes, we've got some smaller ones, although are definitely helping the overall state of the game. So initially here, one very significant change that I won't lie, I'm honestly not really a huge fan of, is a rebalance coming to the UAVs. Essentially, with the UAVs post Season 3 Reloaded here in Warzone 2 standard gameplay, the UAV ping is going to be changing to just the location of the player who calls in the UAV. So essentially what this is doing is countering squads from splitting up and going to various parts of the map, then one person calling in a UAV and all of those players getting UAV pings from their position, essentially covering the entire map in some cases with a UAV. Now instead, say you have one teammate that's in Al Mazrah City, one teammate that's at Observatory, one teammate that's at Airport, and one teammate that's at, the quarry area. If the person in Al Mazrah City calls an UAV, you're only going to see the UAV ping in the Al Mazrah City area in that surrounding zone of the player that's up there. The person in terminal, or the airport rather, won't get a UAV ping in their area. They'll only be able to see what's available for red dots up in cities. So definitely a pretty severe nerf to the UAV. The reason I'm not a huge fan of this is I feel like this just promotes players squatting more together and camping together if they have a UAV, rather than playing a bit more aggressive and splitting off. It's just forcing more huddling, I guess you could say. So definitely a big change coming to the UAV there. Portable buy stations, of course, are going to be coming with Season 3 Reloaded. And an interesting note about these this time is that they are actually delivered to the map via a redeploy drone, essentially. But those drones can actually be shot down. So if a deployable buy station is coming in and you see the drone, it's going to show up on the TAC map. You could actually shoot it down before it gets to its location and kind of use that for yourself if you're in the right spot for that. So you could actually make some pretty cool plays with that now available. Perk packs are also going to be a brand new feature with Season 3 Reloaded. These are going to be available in buy stations. They're going to be available to find in world loot as well in chests. And technically, your custom perks that you use on your loadout are considered a perk package as well. And these are actually going to be stowable. So you can carry multiple different perk packages. Say you've got your loadout and it's got, overkill, it's got, let's say, cold-blooded, it's got high alert. You're kind of going out there with what you like to run with, but then there's a perk package that, say, has a different perk that you want to run just late game. Maybe you really want to run Ghost, but you don't have that on your loadout. You could buy that Ghost perk package out of the buy station, keep it in your inventory until late game, and then flick it on when you want to use it. You could turn it on and off essentially and switch out your perk packs for your custom one or the buyable one or a different buyable one, or maybe one that you find that you like more. Definitely some interesting plays going to be available with that. Honestly, might be a bit overpowered on face value. Also, all perk packages are going to be dropped upon elimination. So if you have a custom perk package on your loadout that counts as a perk package, your custom perks will drop as a package on the ground when you get taken out. If you have a perk package from a, drop in the world or a crate in the world, or you bought one out of a buy station, those are going to be dropped when you get taken out. You can go back to your body and re-loot those, or an enemy could steal those. So there's going to be a lot of perk packages laying on the ground. Hopefully that doesn't cause too many issues with loot overlapping and more server lag and stuff there. We also have perk packs going to be showing on the heads up display. On your screen, you're going to be able to see which perks you have active so that you know on a moment's notice, okay, I need to switch to my Ghost perk pack that I'm stowing, or I need to switch to this other perk pack that I'm stowing, right? Moving on into some other non-perk focused gameplay changes that were confirmed though. On the menu, this is one that I'm very excited about. Oftentimes, if you're on the main menu searching for a match, say you're trying to change your loadout really quick, you want to throw on a new optic on your Hemlock, and then your buddy backs out and starts to search for a new match, it's going to kick you out of the main menu and you can't customize your loadout there. You have to go back into your weapons section, you have to go back into your Hemlock loadout and change the optic again. Then he's like, oh wait, we're not in trios, we're in quads. Backs out to the main menu again, it kicks you out of your class again. Not going to be a thing anymore. You'll be able to smoothly mess with your loadouts and your class setups and everything while searching for a match. There's not going to be any more menu hiccups that kick you out when you're doing that stuff. Now, quick little side note as we're going through all these early changes here. If you guys are new to the channel, every single day I got you covered with literally everything going on in COD, whether it's MW2, Warzone 2, or DMZ. So if you're new here, or if you're a part of that roughly 50% of viewers watching who are not already subscribed, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications to always stay up to date. And if you guys enjoy the video, if you guys are looking forward to seeing these changes implemented, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. Would be seriously appreciated. Anyway, moving on, another change that the devs previewed here is that the AI difficulty at stronghold locations is going to be reduced. They did not give us exact numbers though, so it could be very minimal and the bots are just a little bit worse, or it could be large and the bots are absolutely clueless. We'll just have to wait and see for that one. On Al Mazrah, the redeployed drones, there's been a lot of complaints about how they're not sending us high enough in the air, how they're not high enough for, you know, efficient map navigation, I guess. There's going to be more of a vertical boost now with Season 3 Reloaded on the Al Mazrah drones in specific, so you'll be able to reach higher areas or go further off of a redeployed drone because of that height increase or that vertical boost increase there. On the mortar strikes, this is a complaint that I've had pretty much since day one. These things last forever. It's like you get the mortar strike notification on your screen and you're like, okay, time to sit down, you know, pitch the tent, start some s'mores, because we're going to be here for a few minutes because this thing comes in waves and it just doesn't stop. They are actually reducing the number of mortar waves that hit when a mortar strike is called in. So I'm very glad to see that change being implemented. No longer are you going to be able to ping enemies through smokes. So if there's a smoke grenade that's gone off between you and an enemy or an enemy team and you're trying to spam pings to get that hard ping on them, or even if you have like a holotherm and you can see them in the smoke, you're not going to be able to ping them through that anymore. So no more sus sprays like that if you have the hard ping and the enemies don't know it. Now, when it comes to most wanted contracts, if you actually take out the person who has the most wanted contract active, that king player, so to speak, they're actually going to drop a supply box. So you can go over to their body and grab that, and it's some additional loot for taking out a most wanted. Sort of gives you more of an incentive to go out and hunt down those king icons on the map. This is actually one that was added in a bit early for some reason, but it was mentioned in our dev call here. When you go underwater, you're now going to see an oxygen meter on your heads-up display on your HUD, so you know just how little breath you have left before you have to surface, regain that, and head back under if you're trying to sort of cheese that, right? So that one is actually already in the game, surprisingly. Definitely a cool little quality of life update there. Now in game, the streak icon, whether it's a UAV or a mortar or whatever else it might be, those are going to show on the tablet in the world. So it's going to be a lot more obvious if you're looking at a streak or if you're looking at a heartbeat sensor. That's basically the reason for that change. So many times I'd open a chest and see a heartbeat sensor drop and think, oh boy, I'm going to get a UAV here. Not the case. I'm very disappointed after that. So nice to see that little small change as well. When you go into the buy station after Season 3 Reloaded, it's always going to start on the gear section. It doesn't matter if you have all your teammates up or if a couple teammates need to be bought back or if one teammate needs to be bought back. It's always going to start on the gear section first, so you can move off of that accordingly if you need to buy someone back or quickly get into the gear section or move over to the weapons section. No more confusion there if teammates are on the ready to redeploy. Then it screws up your entire menu navigation with that. The ammo caches in the world, I believe this is a global change for Al Mazrah and for Ashika Island, are now going to show elevation levels, so you can easily tell if an ammo cache is above you, if it's below you, or if it's on your level as you are approaching it. And then the final thing that was mentioned here in our dev call in regards to gameplay updates is for contracts. Now, if you have a bounty contract active or a safecracker contract active or a scavenger, whatever it may be, you're going to be able to see other contracts on the map still. Previously, as it is right now, if you have a contract active, those aren't available, those aren't visible. So if you're trying to tether bounties back to back to back, you can't, always see where the next bounty is going to be. You have to wait until you complete yours to go and view them on the map again. Now though, mid bounty, you can ping another one for later and just kind of tether those together and make it a lot more seamless and efficient there. So another small quality of life update. As I mentioned, we've got some larger changes with things like the UAV and the buy stations and smaller things here and there. All these though do seem pretty positive in terms of helping the gameplay fluidity and the smoothness of everything. Obviously, we're still looking for maybe some large changes in the way of movement, the server updates, TTK, things like that. No word on those as of right now from the devs. We'll have to wait and see for the official patch notes on that stuff, but that's effectively those early patch notes for Season 3 Reloaded that we've got as of now, and that's gonna wrap things up. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it, and if you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications so you can always stay up to date with all things going on in COD. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.